And the leaders from ASEAN member countries are gathering in Tokyo for a 3-day summit commemorating 50 years of friendship and cooperation between the group and Japan. The meeting is expected to focus on regional security and result in a plan to implement a new vision for the future of diplomacy in the Asia-Pacific. Chris Gilbert reports from Tokyo.
Well, experts say this is an incredibly important meeting for Japan, as it, even though it's not an ASEAN member, is looking to potentially expand its own influence as a leader of Asia-Pacific countries and its position as a potential go-between, a mediator, maybe even mitigator of ties between the increasingly competing spheres of the United States and China in the Indo-Pacific. Looking at the summit itself, Saturday will be a flurry of bilateral meetings. It's a flurry of bilateral meetings between ASEAN leaders and, of course, Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and Joko Widodo, the Indonesian leader who is co-hosting this event. Sunday is going to be the main group sessions, and then on Monday, the ASEC talks, that's the Asia Zero Emissions Communities of Energy talks, concluding in a joint statement with, interestingly, an implementation plan that is set to focus on a new vision for the future for the Asia-Pacific, focusing on peace and stability, people-to-people exchanges and new communities and economies. Now, the elephant in the room is, of course, security, and analysts are speculating that this summit may focus on security more than others have in the past, particularly considering that both the US and Chinese leaders have visited Japan in recent days and months, trying to exert their influence and grow their ties with that country. Also, the context is China's increasing and expanding, ever-expanding military and maritime presence in the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait. This is directly affecting countries such as Malaysia, Brunei, Vietnam, and the Philippines, which has had several physical encounters with the Chinese Coast Guard just in the last month or so. And so experts are really looking at Japan. ASEAN polling shows that stakeholders in ASEAN nations, the diplomatic community and the business community, do not view Japan necessarily as a powerful economy or security figure in the area. They view China and the US much more as those types of figures, but they do view it potentially as a go-between with its security ties with the US, with its business ties with China. They are looking to Japan to potentially put a step forward and figure out a path for this new vision for the future that is meant to be coming in this joint declaration on Monday. Chris Gilbert in Tokyo, reporting for DD India.